Hey Pisces, this is a general reading, a general love reading for Pisces. Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces, Venus, or if you just have strong Pisces placements in your natal chart, you might be cross-watching for Pisces love interest. Let's get started. Are you turning a blind eye? Maybe you're turning a blind eye to some situation, something. I think of this card as sort of eye roll central, you know, where there's something that bothers you a little bit, but you kind of often turn a blind eye. It bothers you. Your partner's has done something that I feel has made you maybe withdraw, or you may be doing the Virgo, but I feel like you makes you back off a little bit, so that you go into yourself, not being competitive or anything, but you kind of withdraw into yourself. But ideally, you need to stay grounded in this case. Pay attention to your, if you have children, grandchildren, perhaps pay attention to your children and grandchildren, which could also be a nice diversion if there's something that's made you feel a bit upset. Yeah. Too much screen time also. Get off, you know, get either you or your partner has isn't feeling that well. I feel that they've come unstuck. There might be something that they continuously do as a pattern that is quite harmful to your, detrimental to your relationship in some way. Too many came out. I'm doing to do this again. Because you are focused, Pisces. You're very creative at the moment. You're definitely understanding ways to keep everything in a place of stability. You have your own stability. It's not gonna rock your confidence, this, and it's not going to certainly not rock your stability. But I feel you always or often saying something to your partner if you are partnered, and you communicate quite directly about the thing or possible reason why you get troubled by possibly something that they do on a kind of getting like a repeated cycle. Now if you're not partnered and I feel you're going to meet somebody at a class or through some kind of study, or a mutual interest, of something of mutual interest. But you need to, if you want partners, you need to, you know, it's not going to happen unless you go out you need to go out, and so that opportunities for meeting somebody arise, that you know it's not going to happen if you are at home or feeling sorry for yourself or spending too much time alone. This is your stability or theirs, or your I feel as if you're partnered, your relationship is good when it's good. It's strong and it's solid. And there's a certain level of creativity to it. You might both be creatives. And when it's good, but when it's bad, I'm not going to say it's horrid, but when it's bad, or when it's not kind of on track, when things go awry, they can feel quite, sometimes difficulties are quite difficult to overcome. And if you're not partnered, I feel as if when you meet, don't be cynical. Don't feel that you've been there, done that, worn a t-shirt, you know this and that about that and this, and you know, don't take off your cynical cap if that's what you're wearing, because you have, if you're partners, your relationship can be extremely happy. It has a lot going for it. There is happiness and there is fulfillment. But you know, there are times when I feel eye roll central and disharmony that you do overcome between you somehow. I feel you do overcome it. Now if you're unpartnered, I feel as if you want to be with someone where there's a lot of sexual chemistry. Maybe you've had partners where there hasn't been the chemistry to kind of keep it together. And if you're partnered, I feel there is a lot of sexual chemistry the majority of the time, but obviously when there's something, I feel your partner can also be sometimes too dependent on you, because you probably have, and you are good at organising events for you to both participate in. And I think it sometimes takes you, Pisces, a little bit of time to move beyond anything where you feel your partner has let you down. Sometimes it takes you a little bit of while. Sometimes I think you go into a bit of a state of, you know, huffiness. You know, you kind of, you know, it puts your back up and you go into a bit of a moody state, which is quite understandable. And it takes you a little bit of time to come out of there. But you're learning, I think, more patience and applying quite a lot of compassion to the situation, because at the end of the day, you have a lot of respect for yourself, and you do appreciate your partner if you are partnered, but you don't appreciate the times when, you know, you feel as if they have been letting you down, or letting themselves down, which then has the knock-on effect where, you know, you feel let down. And this is what's happening, I feel, as a cycle, that they let themselves down, which then effectively you feel let down, of course. But not to focus too much on that, and as I said, focus on, if you have family or children, grandchildren, to focus, put some attention there. And they might be needing this, you see. Don't stop being the light either, and learn from these experiences. Take the knowledge and bank that, because I think you do have a good understanding of each other, and you're learning how to navigate the sort of stormy weather. Now, if you're not partnered, a new person might have stirred your romantic feelings already, and you're maybe in a place where you not wanting to rush forwards too quickly, wanting to take your time. You might be feeling kind of excited, but at the same time you're kind of hedging your bets, holding back a little bit, I'd say. And if you're still struggling, I'd say, if you're still struggling with issues to do with, say, past experiences or issues of trust, things like that, try not to let them get in the way. And if you're partnered and you feel there's been a betrayal of trust here, then look at the situation with as much compassion as you possibly can, I would say. You can have your little half, and don't let it last too long. Decide, I think, over the next 2 weeks, what you can do, perhaps, what the two of you can do to maybe rectify a situation or repair some damage. And it might be up to you to make, a concession or make the peace. You could be a bit sore that you feel that you have to make the peace a lot more. But don't get stuck in a place of indecision for too long, because that's not going to be very effective here. Make sure you're going outside as well. It might be a plan for you, if you and your love interest, to go and do some outdoor activities. I'm thinking go to somewhere new that you maybe haven't been to, or somewhere you both like, a place you both like going to, walking, cycling, something like that. If you're unpartnered, there is something coming through for you, and you might meet somebody through, as I said, some kind of study or group, but also don't get stuck in a comfort zone if you are feeling too kind of comfortable being single. That can often be a way of protecting yourself, stopping yourself from meeting somebody. So be aware. But it just looks like a rocky patch, and that you may find that you have to make the first move in let's say, repairing something here. It may not be particularly serious, like a blip, or like I said, I feel as if you've been a little bit let down and you've got to look past that, you know, which you will do within, let's say, the next 8 days, 8 to 10 days. Well, that's all I've got for you, Pisces, and I hope you have a good February, and take care of yourself, and sending you lots of love. I hope this resonated with you. Until next time, bye.